inviting me today to be one of you, to become part of your family. I'm deeply touched and I'm deeply grateful. Given the work I've done and given who I am, I rarely encounter a day like today. In my journey, I have discovered that a door is more likely to be shut at my face than be opened widely, and I invited him to be part of anything. Vice Chancellor Hexter, Vice Provost Del Plant, all faculty and staff, every student of this great university, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And finally, the graduating students of 2019, congratulations. As I look at you today, I see myself many years ago when I was graduating from medical school. I struggled with depression and extremely low self-esteem. I felt so inadequate. I felt everyone was better than me. I was completely lost in the dark world of self-doubt. I had been born in Nigeria during a very bloody civil war. I was undernourished in the first 3 years of my life, and I suffered war-related psychological trauma and stunting of growth. Growing up in one of the most corrupt countries in the world confused me even more and pushed me further down a very dark abyss. At some point, I dropped out of medical school. The darkest and most difficult times of your life are the most promising opportunities and platforms for self-discovery and growth. Class of 2019, there may not be many days of successes like today as you step into the world. Successes are not guaranteed. You may experience only a few successes. Failure is guaranteed. Expect to encounter countless failures. But what will make you successful is not the number of successes you encounter, but the number of failures, shortcomings, constraints, weaknesses, and inadequacies you embrace, you turn around, and from which you create value. Do not be afraid of failures and shortcomings. No. The more failures you encounter, the more successes you should have. It is okay to fail. But it is not okay to allow failures, shortcomings, or weaknesses to define who you are, to rob you of who you are. Failures shall be turned into successes. You cannot let any circumstance, any society, any human being, any organization define who you are. You cannot live your life at the mercy of someone else's conscience. My greatest accomplishment, honestly, is the discovery of myself. The greatest thing you can do for yourself is to be yourself. As long as you remain true to yourself, I guarantee you cannot be a loser. You can turn all things around to become successful in whatever dimension. Even if you were to be a loser in everything, you will still win by being yourself. Throughout all eternity, in the history of mankind, there is and can only be one you. There can never be another you. There can never be a replica of you. So this is your only life, your only stage, and your only time. It is for you to do whatever you want to do with it. Without you, mankind cannot be complete. For without you, a void will exist in mankind. A void that cannot be filled by anyone else but you. So the best thing you can do for mankind, the greatest contribution you can make to enhance mankind, to enhance all of us, is to be yourself. It is okay to be who you are. It is okay to be an outsider. It is okay to be that thing everyone does not want or like, as long as it is who you are. Be original unto yourself. Look within your heart and your mind and know yourself. You will become empowered, and that thing deemed impossible by society, by everyone around you, will become possible. My brothers and sisters, that has been my story. That has been my life. As you step out today into the world, do not conform to the expectations and nominal definitions of society. This is the consensus. This is the way things are meant to be. This is the way things are done. Says who? This is where I should sit, this is where I should stand, this is the type of job I'm expected to get or do. Says who? Conforming to the expectations and constraints of society can rob you of your ingenuity and originality. Each and every one of you was born to be somebody in life. And that somebody is yourself. You were not born to be like someone else. You have the gift of life in you. You have every power in you to move the highest mountain peaks of impossibilities to possibilities. To move mankind forward and reach and empower that one common humanity we all share. We are one common family of mankind, bound together in the bond of truth, peace, joy, love, and happiness. A bond that is shared by both the humanity of science and the humanity of faith, which came together in my chronic traumatic encephalopathy journey. When I look at you, I see myself. And when you look at me, you should see yourself. And when we all look at one another, we should see one another. But we all share in that one spirit of our humanity. Whatever you do to yourself, you do to all of us. One person has the power to change the world. What we do to one of us, we do to all of us. What we do even to the least of us, we do to all of us. You are more likely to live a very rich and fulfilling life in every dimension of life if you seek what enhances that common humanity you share. That is my story. I never sought to have a Hollywood icon play me in a major motion picture. I never sought to discover any disease or even do anything laudable. All I sought was to overcome my shortcomings, turn them around, and be myself. And in so doing, enhance the life of one person, the lives of all of us, and our common humanity. That was what I did on that fateful, cold and rainy Saturday morning in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, only 3 months after my graduation from neuropathology fellowship. Just think about it. 3 months later, you're walking someplace and you encounter something new. I saw myself in my patient on the autopsy table. I only saw the humanity of my faith and the humanity of my science to make a difference in the life of another person, to vindicate a dead man whose life had been tainted by a disease I called CTE. Who knew that an autopsy by an inexperienced, no-name immigrant of no consequence in a dilapidated autopsy room would change the world of medicine, sports, and entertainment as we know it? As one prominent scientist said about me about 7 years ago, I was not a reputable doctor of wide acclaim. Another said I had no name recognition. Another said I was a marginal physician. Oh yes. It is okay to be a non-reputable person. It is okay to be a nobody. It is okay to be marginal. It is okay to be an outsider, but please, it is not okay not to be yourself. What someone else thinks that you are does not matter. What truly matters is your expression and definition of who you are. Information technology has enhanced that power within you. Today, through virtual technologies, one individual can have remote access to libraries and their databases across the world by the click of several buttons in a tiny device within the convenience and comfort of your bedroom. You do not have to be within the walls of a university or a research institution to do literature reviews, perform research, think, generate new ideas, and create hypotheses and theories. You do not have to be within the walls of a hospital to consult with patients and perform differential diagnosis. You do not have to be within the walls of a corporate office to lead an organization. Virtual research, virtual patient care, and virtual management, things that were impossible several years ago, are now possible through the ingenuity of individuals like you. When universities and other organizations in the United States rejected and expelled me, I sought refuge in virtual research. When I needed tissue analysis that I could not perform in my home, I reached out to a tissue laboratory, paid a fee for the virtual tissue analysis I needed to identify CTE in the brains of athletes and military veterans. Information technology is turning the world back to the greatest asset of our existence, the individual. We have never had this type of opportunity and platform to do so much good, one person at a time. As you step into the world, you have to be creative and competitive in today's professional ecosystem. Please, some of us may know it already, but many of us don't, like myself. You need to learn the fundamentals of source coding and the integrated software development environments. So you learn how to build and adapt your own applications, further empower yourself, and remain significant in the continuously emerging and changing global village we call Earth. This is the future. The time is now for each and every one of you to learn how to code software applications targeted to specific utilities in your personal, interpersonal, and professional lives. Your ability to readily and conveniently access information, analyze information, and empathize information in a tiny device on your palm is what will give you the competitive edge. So next week, for some of us, visit the bookstore and purchase Coding for Idiots. Read several pages a day, and in no distant time, you will know one or two coding languages, and you will begin to code. You will be amazed at how easy it could be. If I could do it, you could do it. Come what may, always, always be yourself. And always remember that you are an inextricable part of many. And the best contribution you can make to help all of us is to be yourself. Simply be yourself. It's not expensive. It costs less than $1. Stand tall. Stand firm. Stand majestic. Be yourself one day at a time. Do not be like someone else. Celebrate yourself. You are cool just the way you are. Let us go contribute our small parts. Change this world and make it better for all of us. In you, there is the power to make the impossible possible. I wish you every joy. I wish you every happiness in all that you do. Congratulations, class of 2019. May God bless you all, and thank you so much.